Recording. Okay, so what we need here is the fairly legal files, and I already uploaded them into my media pool. Okay, I also have a Final Cut that I can demo to you guys. So the first things you need to do really is study your footage, right? And we have a video for that. It's called Understanding Your Footage or Logging Your Footage. And look for certain qualities and whatnot. So what we have here is fairly legal. It's a legal drama. I think it got canceled after season 2. This is from the Final Cut 10 book. It's almost like 10 years old. We like using this footage because they're small, they're of quality and whatnot. But it doesn't represent reality because it's highly curated. As you can see here, we only have a few files, and most of them are 3 takes of the same shot. It's very limited, right? But it's enough to kind of get an edit going. And your first job really is to study these and then find nuances, difference, and the goal is to put it all together with a seamless edit. Okay. The genre for this particular project is drama, so your cuts are going to be longer than usual, right? So action cuts are shorter, so drama longer. Okay. You don't want to be cutting super short cuts going back and forth like a popcorn cutting. You don't want to make it look like a comedy. Okay. So very important that we understand that long cuts, okay, but not too long, just kind of long cuts. All right. So let's first kind of explain to you guys a jump cut. I have a video just dedicated to this, but just want to kind of get it out here. So we're going for seamless cut, right? The invisible edit, meaning when you're watching your videos based on our last lecture on basic camera framing, is that it's actually okay to cut from wide shot to a close-up, back to a medium close-up, back to a wide shot, so on and so forth. Somehow that very different framing gives us a seamless look, okay? And our edit becomes almost like invisible to the audience, so they can't see it. It's seamless cut, okay? Of course, you see some cuts, but the idea is that we don't want to make these cuts too obvious. For some reason, it works when you use very different framing, okay? However, when you use 2 juxtaposed images like this 2 right here, or 2 back-to-back clips that are very similar in framing of the same subject, you create a jump cut. So what I did is, this one is the 4B110B footage, okay? And then this is the 4B3, so they're the exact same shot, different take, okay? Same shot, different take, okay? And what I did is I put them together, and I need to mute Martin because he's sounding like a mutant. All right.
Well, I will get right on this.
It's on the schedule for tomorrow, 9 a.m.
All right. Okay. Martin, I have to mute you, or cut off your audio. You keep coming back and sounding like a mutant, man. Like, all right. Anyway.
Okay. Great. Thank you, sir. I will get right on this.
It's on the schedule.
All right. Do you see the jump?
Right on this. Thank you, sir. I will get right on this.
It's on the schedule for tomorrow.
All right. So what happens is when you use, it's like someone spliced the image and snap it back together. That's what's happening. Okay. That's what it looks like. What's happening. All right. So let me just minimize this. Make sure. There we go. All right. Okay. So this is a jump cut. This is an error.
It's on the schedule for tomorrow.
When you're editing.
Right on this.
It's on the schedule for tomorrow.
All right. You want to avoid this. The only reason why you would want this, because you want to cut some time, you want to use it as an effect. We use this on purpose, but when you create a mistake like this, it's a big deal because, again, the invisible seamless edit disappears.
It's on the schedule for tomorrow.
Okay, so how do we fix something like this? Then don't use the same framing of the same subject. So do something where you would use a medium close-up or even a cowboy shot. I think it's close to a cowboy shot because that's the waistline right there. Okay, so from, let's say, a medium close-up, a medium shot to a medium, eliminates that jump look. Okay, again, let's watch that again.
Yes, sir. I will get on this.
It's on the schedule for tomorrow.
Versus
Well, I will get right on this.
It's on the schedule.
All right, so there's that glitch, okay? So your job for your next homework is to put this together seamlessly, meaning no visual jump cuts and no audio pop or jump cuts on the audio, okay? So if you watch all the video footage, you'll notice one of them will be different, okay? It will be this shot right here, okay? It's a two shot. It's overexposed. They didn't really care about the window. And if I play this, hopefully you can listen to the audio.
Always is with them. This is the evidence, the motions, and other detritus of justice that they have filed over the years, chronicling a litany of petty complaints that have made their way into my courtroom. Their parking space dispute will not join them.
Okay. I will get on this.
It's on the schedule for tomorrow, 9 a.m.
What?
9 a.m.
No, sir. No, you can't do that. Tomorrow morning.
Yes,
no,
I can.
No. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Say 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
What?
9 a.m.
Judge. I mean, obviously they're playing out some relationship mess through the courts. You can't give me 1 day to fix this.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. Tomorrow morning, 2 miles offshore, I'm having a ceremony for my dad. I'm scattering his ashes at sea. I have a permit from the Coast Guard.
Your dad was a great man.
Thank you. So can I have more time?
No.
Oh, come on.
You can do this, probably.
Well, if I can't, you can't throw me in jail.
You keep telling yourself that.
All right, I know it's going to be hard to kind of see that in real time, jumpy or choppy, but if you observe this video, it's quite unique compared to the other ones. First, the audio is strong on the judge, the male actor right here, okay? And then the audio for our paralegal right here is fairly soft, okay? So that means they didn't even bother pointing the mic on her when she's talking. But it's just enough for us to hear what she's saying. The other weird stuff here is that around here, she made a mistake and asked the actor to repeat his line, 9 a.m.
Wait, hold on. Wait, say 9 a.m. again.
9 a.m.
What?
All right, so she messed up her lines, but no one yelled cut. All right, it just kept going and going. All right, so because this shot right here is what you call a sequence shot or a master shot, okay? A master shot is the uninterrupted single take of the entire scene. So if someone in production really likes the editorial, they give you these shots. So as an editor, this is your cheat sheet. In a way, you get to see the entire sequence uninterrupted, all completed, all in one take, okay? So you don't have to guess how the progress goes. You don't have to rely just on the script. Because without this master shot, you really have to watch all these videos, which you should be doing anyway, and then try to figure out first which one goes first, second, and third, and fourth. But if you're seeing a sequence shot like this, where you see the events from beginning to end, then it's a lot easier to understand, all right? Imagine if it's a fight scene, all right? In a fight scene, you're going to have so many shots. Right? Let's say you have 100 shots and they're tiny little cuts or long cuts, right? Imagine those 100 shots. They did not give you a master shot of the fight from beginning to end, uninterrupted in one take. You can do it, but it'll probably take you days to piece that together. As opposed to having a master shot, then you'll be able to see from beginning to end the order of things, and then you can just decide when to cut and which angles or frame to show. Okay, it makes your job a lot easier. So this is basically the entire edit right here. But they were given, they gave us all the shots, close-ups of her, close-ups of him, and then some. Okay, so basically these are all the footage that you're going to use. However, you cannot use this footage, the master shot, If I see this master shot in your timeline when you submit it, I will reply as a redo. You get a 0 until you submit it again. Let me repeat, you cannot use this shot for your edit, okay? This one is simply for your reference, okay? First of all, it has bad audio, bad exposure. So those part of understanding your footage that you need to be paying attention of, okay? Could you use some master shot? Yes, some master shots are actually usable because they plan to use them. They actually took good care of them so that you could actually use them in your edit. Okay, some are just shot like this. Some are just shot with a phone. Okay, you have a really not so good looking footage, but it's enough for you to see the sequence shot by a crew. Okay, so again, let me repeat, you can't add this footage to your edit. You'll get a 0 and a redo. Okay, however, we don't have all the shots at the beginning of this. Around this time that he starts to set is when we have this footage, okay? So if you're looking for those shots, we were not given those shots. So you have to use all the footage that you have minus the master shot to put it together, okay? Another thing to consider is that when we're watching this, let's say from this angle right here.
Some relationship mess through the court system. Judge, come on.
Okay? So they really change the audio levels on some of these because you have to fix them, okay? So you really have to watch this thing without looking at it and just hearing it. You need to make sure all the audio levels are the same. You need to level everything because they change some of the volume here for practice purpose, okay? So when we're watching this, we are in this room, very close to the table, very close to these people. Okay, as an audience, that's our position. So when we watch this, it should sound like we're in the room, very close to them. So there shouldn't be any change in the level of audio, like you're going away and closer to them. So very important that you match all the audio. Okay, another important thing is that there's no audio pop. Okay, audio pop means when you cut a dialogue or a monologue, when they're not done talking, when let's say when they say yes, that little S at the end, you cut that, it will sound like a pop. Or you use some remnants of that yes at the beginning of a clip, then you'll hear a pop on that audio. So you have to watch out for those, okay? So your job is to simply put this together, exactly the same progress as this one, using different clips, without committing a jump cut or jump cuts, no audio pop, no jump cuts visually, all seamless. Okay? So, let's see here. What is the basis for the length of your homework then? Can anyone guess how long this homework length is? Anybody? All right. Well,
So are you referring to time to when you want it done, or how long the clip should be?
yeah, how long is the project should be? What would be your basis?
Well, it should be almost as long as the master clip, honestly.
Yes, very good. That's the answer. Because that's the giveaway to everything, right? If that thing is 2 minutes long, so give or take her mistakes and then the footage that we didn't have at the beginning, let's say 1:40, right? Would you agree? All right. If it's 1:20, it'll probably be 1:10 minus the stuff that they made a mistake. All right. So that's why the beauty of a master shot, right? You get to preview the scene. All right. Can you imagine working on long form feature film and you don't have this per scene? It will be a while just to kind of put your stuff together, okay? Just figuring out the order of things because you rather be concentrating on why you're cutting and when you're cutting as opposed to figuring out which one is the beginning shot, which one is the middle, right? So it's so important that you have a master shot, okay? And you're not going to get this master shot when you're just working with someone that just got started out. They probably didn't even know master shot existed. Okay, they just give you whatever's on their shot list. But when you get that opportunity to, when you have this, it makes your life easier. Okay, so a master shot gives you kind of like a ballpark length of your final project editor. Okay, so it should be around 110, 111, something like that, because we, like I said, we don't have the beginning shot right here. Okay, and you can't use this footage. If it's in the timeline, you get 0, and there's an automatic redo on it. Okay, so I'm going to show you my final cut on this one. All right, but I'm not going to show you the video. All right, because then it's a giveaway on what's in here. So I'm going to play the audio here.
Their parking space dispute will not join them.
Yes, sir. I will get on this.
It's on the schedule for tomorrow, 9 a.m.
What?
9 a.m.
Sir, these guys are clearly working out some relationship mess through the courts. You can't give me one day to fix this.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. See, tomorrow morning, 2 miles offshore, I'm having a ceremony for my dad. I'm scattering his ashes at sea. I have a permit from the Coast Guard.
Mm-hmm. Your dad was a great man.
Yes, sir, thank you. So, can't I have a little bit more time?
No.
Oh, come on.
You can do this. Probably.
All right, well, if I can't, you can't throw me in jail.
You keep telling yourself that.
All right, so I don't know if you heard that really well. There's no audio pop. It sounds like you're in there, you're in the room, and then none of the levels kind of change. Okay, this one clocked in around 57 seconds, but your mileage will vary. Some of you will hit a minute, or some of you will do less, but it's around that ballpark. It's about a minute cut. Okay, once everything's kind of eliminated. All right, so going back to the other timeline here, to the rough cut. All right, so what are we looking for here? You will be, the two actors here, they're going to be competing for the spotlight. You're going to have to decide whose emotions or reactions you want to show or who holds more value, okay? Because you can't be cutting this each time one says a word and the other one. Otherwise, that's called popcorn cutting, dedicated to action and comedy. Okay, this is drama. Sometimes they're talking still, but you're already showing the other person's reaction to it. Okay, not necessarily just chains cut and whenever someone's talking and back and forth. Okay, so if we take a look at a video right here, she'll pull a tantrum.
Morning, 2 miles offshore. Tomorrow morning, 2 miles offshore. I'm having a.
Oh, that's the wrong. There you go.
Right on this.
It's on the schedule for tomorrow, 9 a.m.
What?
All right, so some reaction, and when he's talking.
Sir, these guys are clearly working out some relationship mess through the courts. You can't give me one day to fix this.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
All right, so she's kind of, no, you can't. But also at the same time, this guy's already got.
You see, tomorrow morning we just one day to fix this.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
All right, so he's got his reaction on his own. So they're both, those footage would both work. So the question is, which one holds more value? And then you'll be graded on how you pick which one, or the seamless edit. Okay, so how you make one transition over the other, and then what's your reactions or delivery that you pick. And because if you pick it, then that means for you it has more value than the other one, because they're both competing at the same time. So it's not like when one is delivering a line, the other one is just playing dead on the other side. They're also reacting to it. Okay, so that's basically it. It's very simplistic. Okay, super short edit. It's only a minute long. It'll take you, depending on your experience, of course, you probably won't take you more than 10 to 15 minutes to do this. It's there's only 3 takes for each. There's not a whole lot of choice. technically there's only 1, 2, 3 shots. Okay, there's 2 takes of the judge, 3 takes of the close-up, 2 takes of the cowboy shot of her. Okay, there's 4 shots, and this shot right here, which is what they call over the hip instead of over the shoulder shot. Okay, so there's not a whole lot of shots, so you're limited in choice, but they would all work. All right, so I'm gonna end the lesson here, and we're gonna upload this as soon as we get it saved.